you have not become a patron of the Geocache Talk Network, what are you waiting for? Patron levels start as low as a Bison Tube level at $3 a month. To sign up is easy. Simply go to the Geocache Talk website and click on the Become a Patron button, or go to patreon.com/Geocache Talk. Patrons now get the famous Blackout coin, invites to special events, and other really great items throughout the year. Become a patron today. Have you subscribed to FTF Magazine yet? FTF Magazine is the #1 geocaching magazine available. It is a quarterly magazine that you can be part of. Submit your geocaching milestones and adventures to be published. FTF Magazine is also interactive with puzzles to solve and a hunt to find Spartacus. If you can solve the puzzle or find Spartacus, then you will be entered in to win a special pack tag. Every new subscription, you will receive a special swag pack. Subscribing is easy. Just visit FTF's website, ftfgeo.com. Don't miss out and subscribe today.
Hello and welcome to Challenge Talk, part of the Geocache Talk Network. You can watch the show live on the first Sunday of each month. Feel free to jump over to YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter to watch the broadcast live and join the wonderful and active chat room, or listen to the entire show later on your favorite podcast player.
In this episode, we'll be talking about the CacheFest Challenge Academy and our pre-event GeoTrails. And we also have prizes to give away each show to our listeners. Between each show, be sure to email your challenge cache finds to challengetalkpodcast@gmail.com and you could be a winner.
And later in the show, we also play our special game for our live audience, the
Wheel of Challenges.
So listen live, get your email app ready, and follow instructions when the time comes so you can have a chance at winning the grand prize, a 1-year membership to Project GC.
And later on, we'll also highlight some of the challenge caches you found.
Oh. I think Emily has paused.
I think she just took a break.
We'll highlight some of the challenges you found, and someone will win our monthly giveaway. Emily. Oh, there she is. She's back. We are your hosts, Emily and Geoff from
I'm
Cache
pausing.
Line.
I'm freezing.
And so,
I don't know what's up.
Welcome, everybody. Jesse is here with us, Memphis as well. How have your months been?
Great. Busy. Yeah. So this month I got to do 2 event-based challenges. Yeah, event-based challenges where a specific city, parks and recs department or festival put on a challenge that the geocachers in their area help build. Go around, do a specific set of tasks, as in visiting certain places that weren't geocaches. And then yesterday I did one that was a combination of Adventure Lab spots and geocaches. Both of those had a GeoCoin prize. So I love going to those, and I got to do 2 in the past month.
Nice. My caching has not been great, and it's kind of a bittersweet month for me because I do finally get to trade this heavy jacket in, and I get to go to my beach wear. Woo! We finally found our new caching home. We are moving to right outside Tampa, Florida. We bought our home this last month. So this month is all about packing and moving. And we just submitted or are submitting our final event for Colorado. We've been here for 12 years, and it's been our caching family. So we're doing a goodbye event just to say goodbye to all of our family, family friends here. And we got to go adopt a brand new geocaching, or hopefully we get adopted into a new geocaching family.
Of course. Yeah.
A couple events, couple of caches here and there, but there's no way, like I have this big, huge list of all the caches I want to find in Colorado and the surrounding areas. I will not hit it. I will not hit it in the next month, as we're also packing and moving our whole house down there. But I guess that just means I have to come back and visit. But
of course.
Right in the mountains and the snow for the beach. And I'm super excited because I will not do a streak, so nobody even suggests that. But there is this really, really annoying challenge that I want to do that involves streaks. It's this Iron Man thing, and I hate the guy that put it out, but this is my best chance ever to get it done. So, brand new area. I hadn't even cached in this area because we're technically outside of Tampa. But so this is the best chance I'll ever get to get that challenge done. So got a lot of caching to do. So I'm excited, but it's kind of thwarted my caching here. kind of packing up everything, living out of suitcase until we get our stuff shipped down. But
Right.
Have you checked to see
right.
if there's any scuba caches in the area you haven't found?
there are some scuba caches in the area, and no, I will not be doing that because, well, actually, my daughter wants to get scuba certified, so I guess maybe I'll have a chance.
You never
Somebody's
know.
going to be in the boat, right?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, and you can just sit in the boat and watch and supervise, make sure they're all safe.
Yeah, I completely pay all of her bills, so I think that counts on my caching. So,
well, for me, a few new challenges were just published in my area. Another play on fizzy challenges, and they came out. I'm like, oh my gosh, come on! So we now have April, May, and July and August fizzy challenges. So you have to complete a full fizzy grid with caches found in those months of any year. So halfway through April, the April challenge was published, and I noticed that I was missing about 7 or 8 DTs found in April to finish that grid. So like the last half of April was, okay, now I got to go far and wide to find these DTs that I still haven't found to complete that challenge. I did it. Yes. Woo. And
Good job.
May, I think I'm missing 1 DT, and July and August are missing a few as well. A couple of them are multiple fizzy loops in that month. So it's like, it's getting people out to find those DTs. And those DTs aren't necessarily rare. They're just, you haven't found that DT in that month of any year. So
yeah,
it'll be fun. Also, I crossed my 18,000 Fine Milestone this weekend.
Ooh, fun.
Wow, that is impressive.
And it was a paddle caching weekend. So we went and did some new caches down a river a couple hours away from home, and another geo art and some bunch of roadsides. And it was a heck of a drive coming back home to get back here in time for the show.
Dedication.
But, I don't have it with me. I snagged a tag. Yes.
Cool. And what, I forget what this month or this promotion is called.
It's the No More Secrets.
That's right.
One with like hacker themes and technology and all that.
Very cool.
So it'll be interesting to see how things continue with that one, because there are 3 different tags to get this time. Two common, and it looks like there's one more that's more rare, an unknown 3rd tag. It's popped up a couple of times on the map. So interesting.
18,000 is a huge milestone. Do you know exactly which one was your 18,000, or was it just within the weekend?
It kind of blended in with the moves, because we were doing the geo art. I'd hoped it would have been while we were on the river, but it ended up being one of the roadsides in the geo art. So it's one of those times, just kind of mix it in with everything and be like the whole experience was 18,000.
Right. I've been there.
Yeah,
that's
or
a
just
milestone.
creatively
The whole
log.
weekend. Yeah, you did a weekend milestone. That's good.
Yeah. No, it was great. So if you have any challenge caching questions or accomplishments you may have completed, then send us an email at challengetalkpodcast@gmail.com, and we may highlight them as well. We get emails every month. We love reading them, and so yeah, do that. Every month, we also like to highlight the updated statistics of challenges on Project GC. And so as of May 1st, I did a quick check and updated our numbers. We now have 7,776 active scripts, up 214 from last month, which is almost double the month before, so that's good. And these are all the scripts that handle all of the algorithms. So one active script could be a script to handle 500 different challenges. That's why the number is relatively small. There are 40,908 unique challenges, which is up 605 from last month, another increase from the prior month. And these are the individual different parameter sets. So like if there's a challenge that's one fizzy grid, then there could be 100 different fizzy challenge caches all using the same parameter set for one fizzy. So that's unique challenge concepts. And then there are 50,410 active tags worldwide, which is up 760, also an increase from the prior month. and those are the unique checkers by specific GC code. That's through the Project GC system entirely. So if you were to search for just challenge checkers using geocaching.com search, worldwide there are 33,687 active challenge caches worldwide. And that is up 359 from last month, which is also an increase from the prior month. So we're seeing an increase. That's great to see.
Always good.
So long as it's going up, that's what matters.
Yes, please. And unlike webcam caches, do you have an update on the webcam cache count?
Oh no, I will. It's so sad. I looked it up last week. I've stopped looking it up because it makes me so sad.
It's so depressing.
It's like every time it's one less womp womp.
Yeah, it is. So webcam. Do you want world or US?
Either.
Whatever you got.
Okay. So world is now down to. Oh, okay. Whew, it said 0. It scared me for a second. 191, which is well below what it was when we first started tracking it. And United States is now down to 61.
Ooh.
That was, I stopped tracking it when it looked like it was going to go below 100, and now it's down to 61.
Well, here's another tip. If you're coming a great distance to CacheFest, then make sure you do a search for webcams you haven't found and get them logged.
So
I know
somebody asked if webcams not allowed anymore, and yeah, they've been disallowed for a long time, and they're trying to clean them up, right? Their HQ is doing, although we don't like it, HQ is doing the right thing. When it's one of those that the camera's gone and people are just taking the selfie and stuff, they're going ahead and getting rid of those if the owner can't fix it. So they're doing the right thing. It sucks for all of us, but they are doing it right. But we're down to 61 active in the US, so that's not great for webcam number of people.
I know I'm planning on. Go ahead.
I was going to say, do you know if there's any geocacher who has actually found all of them or found the most? I think I remember somebody mentioned that some time ago, but I can't. That'd be interesting to be that person.
Well, looking at my stats right now, this is not answering your question, but 8 out of 20 is how many are active out of what I've found.
Oh, so there's 12 that you have found that have been archived.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
And I'm definitely going to try to get one in Seattle when we go up there for the HQ celebration. That one's interesting because you have to be facing, I forget which direction it is, northbound, southbound, something like that. And the camera switches every now and then. So if you get there and it's facing the wrong direction, too bad for you.
Yeah. Well, we have a couple of other news items to mention since last month. We have the Blue Switch Day souvenir, which you can earn through May 2nd. Who wants to explain what the Blue Switch Day is?
So, Blue Switch Day is a geocaching holiday. Geocaching has nicknamed it that. There's no blue switch, no real blue switch. But in the year 2000, before GPS technology was available to the public, it was the military used it, and they had like an offset accuracy so that the public couldn't use it. And then it was determined, or that selective availability was turned off, and therefore became public use. And that's what we're all using today. The same technology, just much more accurate. And so we celebrate that in geocaching because the very next day, Dave Ulmer went out and hid the first geocache. What did he call it? A stash. And he put it on GPS stash. He put it on a forum, and someone went out the next day after that to find this stash. And geocaching as we know it was born. So that is what we celebrate every year at this time.
Yep. And so that was May 2nd. So that's the weekend. So if you've cached and found any geocache or attended an event or logged an adventure lab, I believe, then you earn that souvenir. And to be clear, GPS technology, the satellites themselves haven't made our accuracy better. Accurate hardware has existed way back since then as well. It's just our consumer hardware is getting better and better and more likely to produce a more accurate, faster result from the satellites. So that selective availability isn't just generally everything getting better. They just stopped obfuscating the accuracy for consumer devices.
Yeah, and
So if
for
you
the
got a
souvenir, I
phone, a
believe you
recent
can
phone should be good.
you can still go tomorrow and find a cache if you didn't get the cache this weekend. I believe the souvenir goes through tomorrow, right?
Yes, the souvenir goes
May
through
2nd, next
tomorrow.
Monday.
hmm
And I did look it up on Project GC. AOG Agent 1 has 301 webcam finds.
Cool.
Ooh.
They must
That
have
would
been
be
catching for quite a
worldwide.
while and got on it early, but that's pretty, nobody's going to catch that if they're starting new.
No.
No, yeah, most of those are probably archived too.
Oh, got to be, right? Well, they have to
Yeah.
be if there's less than 200 left in the world.
Right.
Yep. And then we also have some CacheFest news about our Geocoins, our guitar Geocoins. They are still
Yeah.
available.
These things are so cool, you guys. If you don't have them, you can still get them. It's a set of 3, red, blue, and is it silver or dark gray? As well as the awesome crate that holds them. I love this so much. So the 3 guitars stack in this crate. They are glittery on the front and the back. So these are still available. You can buy them, and that supports the event as well.
Yep. And the roadie sign up. So if you want to be a helper with the event, then volunteers, they are totally welcome. And there's special exclusive gifts if you are a roadie as well.
Exactly. And we anticipate needing some help that we'll be talking about later this episode. So you guys could help us too, specifically.
Megas do not happen without, they're not always called roadies, but megas do not happen without volunteers. So this one, obviously, we're trying to pull out all the stops, as we're going to talk about later tonight, but we absolutely need people to sign up, and a lot of people are signing up. So that's great. And we need the help. It's fun to get to see behind the scenes. And of course, there's always little shinies, that we can't talk about yet.
We love those. We're so motivated by those things.
We're easily bribed. I mean, it's pretty sad.
Right. That's right.
Yep. Well, that brings us to our main topic, the Challenge Academy for CacheFest. If you are unaware, very quickly, CacheFest, Worldwide CacheFest, is coming up middle of July, and there are events and loads of stuff happening all surrounding that primary event. And we are talking about the Challenge Academy. At CacheFest, if you look at the website, there are 3 academies: the Puzzle Academy, the Gadget Academy, and the Challenge Academy. And each of those are very much related to those topics, obviously. And I like the idea because each of them has something unique, a unique concept, unique idea. And now we're super excited about Challenge Academy because, well, we've been working heads over tails, something like that, trying to plan this out to make something fun for people to do, especially leading up to CacheFest.
Yeah,
So
that's what we want to talk about. We have a lot in store for you guys. This is not just, and someone asked in the chat, it's July 16th. This is not just July 16th stuff that we're talking about. We want to introduce to you tonight what we are setting forth as challenges to you guys.
So if you love goals or challenges and statistics, then this is something you will love to do. And we also have a bunch of prizes to be able to give away at the event.
Yeah, and so spread the word to folks. If folks don't feel particularly inclined towards challenge caches, this isn't even that, as you'll see as we talk.
Right.
So spread the word. People can do these things that we're going to talk about to claim special prizes and opportunities at CacheFest.
We are bringing the challenge wheel to CacheFest.
Woo! Live wheel. Yes.
So we will, at various points, well, I guess throughout the day, the challenge wheel will be available, and we have ways for you to win spins of the wheel in order to win, if you successfully qualify for the challenges, to win extra prizes. So mainly, the main part of Challenge Academy is going to be our 1 hour segment that's on the Saturday. We'll be talking about a whole bunch of challenge related stuff, but surrounding that, we've got our challenges that we are posing to you guys, to the community. And those will take the form of passports. If you've done anything like a geo tour out there, you go and you either print or pick up a passport which has, say, a location and a box to put an answer in, and you do all of these locations, get the codes for all of them, hand it in, and you might get a Geocoin. Kind of a standard fare for geo tours these days. So passports will be available for completing these little challenges that we're posing to you. And the first one that we are providing is for everybody leading up to CacheFest. This is our pre-event passport, and we're calling it the GeoTrail Challenge. So in this case, we have, let's see if we can show it here. It is a passport of a whole bunch of challenges, tasks that you need to complete, and you can mark them off. You can choose your GeoTrail to get from the start up to the event, and if you, the prizes are listed there, but if you complete GeoTrails, you can earn spins. If you complete some of them, you can earn extra bonus, other prizes, other items. There are participation prizes. We want to make sure everybody gets something.
Right.
So
the more you do, the more you get, though, for sure.
That's right. We're working hard to make sure that all of these challenges that we're giving you are fun and easy and challenging. We want to give a good range of stuff. And so that GeoTrail challenge will be provided for you very, very shortly as we just nail down the last couple of points. And then you'll be able to get it and start working on that as soon as possible. Because you're going
to be working on this wherever you are between now and July 16th.
Yeah. And for example, there's one of the trails is just for power caching, finding caches. If you find 10, you can mark that off. If you find 25, 50, 100, 250 finds within the 2 months before CacheFest, you complete that trail. That could be tough for some people, but maybe easy for others.
Yep.
So yeah, you're basically picking a route to go to the mega. So we've got the photo scavenger hunt. So a whole bunch of photos to take photos of and complete those to enter. We've got power caching for the number of caches to find. We've got a well-rounded cacher, so looking at some very common statistics. If you can complete like an easy and hard version of those. And a fizzy fix, so if you love your DT grid, filling as many of your DTs as possible. So yeah, as was listed there, with the prizes you can earn. Well, have we actually mentioned our other prize that we're working on?
I don't think we have.
I think you hinted at one, Jesse.
Can we summarize for people? We got questions coming in the chat room already.
Yeah.
So while you get to show up at the Academy and learn all kinds of cool stuff at Challenge Academy, like any other mega, we didn't want to wait, right? We wanted to have something fun to do on the way up to give people extra chances to win prizes the day of. So that's what you're going to explain the details of all that. But somebody's already asked, how is this? Tim asked, when is the release going to be made, or how is the release going to be? I know the release is about to be made, but how is it going to be made? So that's if you want to hit on that one.
Yeah, so we're going to blast this passport in every avenue. So Geocache Talk, social media. I'm sure we'll be able to get this on the CacheFest webpage. Yes, we're going to make sure that you have this and can print it, save it on your phone, and do it digitally, however works for you. We will announce when this passport is ready, and you can grab that in whatever form you want to use it.
Yeah, we knew as soon as you start talking about this, there's going to be a bunch of questions, right? So
of course, and we're here.
And we're going to hit all the details, but somebody's already asking, can you do just one or more than one? You're going to get to the details, right?
Yeah, you can do all 4 trails, however much you want to do. And so if one trail really resonates with you and the other one feels way too hard, so be it. If they all feel really obtainable, go for it. Reach for the stars.
Yeah. So that's where the prizes come in, because I'm not sure how visible it is on that graphic, but what you can earn, we're working towards the wheel spins. What you want to do is earn spins of that challenge wheel.
Right.
Yeah, so the prizes, do we want to
Let's
mention
do
and share
it.
what the prizes are?
Let's dangle that carrot. And someone also said in the chat that trail doesn't sound like it's for me. So if take a look at all the trails, because there could be, depending on the trail, a reason for you to still mark your progress, even if you don't get very far, as we're going to explain our prizes and how you earn them. So it might do you good to track, even if you feel like I'm not going to finish one particular trail.
So basically the whole goal is to have fun, to give people extra chances to win prizes. And what you've come up with is 4 totally different tracks to do that, just because people cache so differently, right? Now, somebody, like you said, super cacher may be able to do them all. Somebody may only like one of them, but you've designed it in a way that it's probably going to hit into everybody's comfort level somewhere, right? Yep. Okay. As we go into, I know we're going to go into the details, but just summarizing it for everybody.
So let's get into our one prize that we're really excited about. So on top of having the challenge wheel, we are creating special exclusive Wwcf Challenge Academy path tags.
You guys, these are sweet. I love path tags, and these are great.
Yep, and there's a different path tag for each passport. So in this particular one, we haven't announced the other passports yet, but for this pre-event passport with the GeoTrails, there is a GeoTrail Challenge Academy path tag. And so that might be your main goal. And we're trying to, so the idea for this is that hopefully you will want to have as many of these path tags as possible. They're specific and exclusive to the event, but having one isn't enough. You want to have as many as possible.
Of course.
It's like coins. It's like monetary. Hey, show off how much you've accomplished, how much you've completed.
Yeah.
So in this particular case, with our prizes, every completed GeoTrail, so there are 4 GeoTrails on this pre-event passport. Every time you finish one of those trails, you get another spin on the wheel. Because remember, if you think about it, you could have 10 spins on the wheel and not qualify for any of the challenges on there. So
it depends
you
on
want to get
the
as many
luck of the
spins as
spin.
possible. Yeah, to win as much as possible. So for every GeoTrail you complete, you get another wheel spin. And if you complete at least one GeoTrail, in this case, you will get one path tag. So you get that exclusive GeoTrail passport path tag. And we'll be having our participation prizes, special Challenge Academy stickers that you can use and put anywhere. So we want everybody who does this to win something. So even if you don't complete a GeoTrail, you will still be able to submit the passport and earn yourself one of those special Challenge Academy stickers.
So basically, it's almost impossible not to win a prize.
Right.
Okay. All right. It's just how many prizes you're going to win is the real question.
Exactly.
Okay. I got it now.
Yep. Have there been other questions? I think there was a question.
Yeah. So when does the pass, do Adventure Labs count as fines? And I think they, yeah. So
Adventure
the idea of
Labs
this is to not trick people and eliminate people. The idea behind this is for everybody to have fun. So this is not there's no gotcha stuff to it. And Adventure Labs don't count in some things. So that's a legitimate question, right? Adventure Labs count.
Yeah.
What about
in this
events on the fines? Would events be a fine, or just would it fit in somewhere else?
I think it counts as a fine. So if
Yeah.
we're going to
Just
try
fine,
to have it, we'll try to have checkers for each of these just to make things easier. And if there are checkers, then yeah, it'll count events, basically all of your find and attended logs, all of those, and Adventure Labs as fines as well.
Yeah, so basically, you know how on your GC stats, events give you a smiley, a find count, Adventure Labs give you a find count, you know. So everything's fair game. There's nothing excluded.
Right. The other question was,
technically-
and I think you've already covered this, but when does this start? It'll start as soon as it's released, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have a start date specifically so that the checkers, or however we verify that, will have a starting point. Yeah, that will be detailed on the passport when it gets sent out.
Yes. Because, like that find count increase, I forget what we're calling that GeoTrail, but
Power caching.
Yeah, power caching trail. We're going to give you the start date of when your finds count.
Yeah. So that's the pre-event passport. That's the one that you can that everybody can work on leading up to CacheFest. You'll need to be at CacheFest at the Challenge Academy to submit the passport. Again, because the goal is to get challenge wheel spins. So you'll be submitting those. The photo scavenger hunt is going to be a little different, because what we're asking you to do is to take those photos and share them on social media with a hashtag, and to tag us so that we know that they've been made and shared. That hashtag we have chosen is hashtag Challenge Academy.
Simple enough.
Yep. And so we will track them. If you have your passport, you can also mark it off, but we'll want to make sure that that those are actually done. We're not going to be like super. It's going to be a lot of work to track all this stuff. So
right.
A lot of it will be honor system, but
and so this is
mark
where
it off
we
and
might
share.
need some of you guys and your volunteerism helping
right.
us, which goes into another question in the chat. How are these prizes given out? So yeah, you are going to be claiming these prizes on Mega Event Day, July 16th. Throughout the whole day, we will be manning the wheel. You'll be turning in your passports. We'll be counting how many spins does your passport equal, and the few other passports that we're going to talk about later. And then those spins will spin in the moment. We'll check you against the challenge checker for that challenge, the same as we do on this show. And that's how you'll earn your prizes. So we'll get into the prizes from the wheel in a moment. Basically, the only time we're not doing that on Mega Day is during the academy, because we have an academy to teach.
That's right. Yep.
So, because you've let the cat out of the bag and the excitement has already started, there's been 2 or 3 questions. Can they start tonight, or do they have to wait till you release the passport since they've already seen the passport?
Well, because I was thinking we may as well just let them start, but we do need to have a start date. It could be a nice round number to start May 1st.
I'm okay
May
with
1st
it.
is good, and that's tonight. Well, I
It's
know Tim
tonight.
has already mentioned that he's going to start the ET Highway Trail tomorrow.
Oh,
So, I mean, the cat's out of the bag. While the passport may not be out for a day or so,
sure.
we've
And you
asked
might
it a
not
couple
know
times.
everything on
People
it.
can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
especially the fine count. 250 is a
Right.
lot for a lot of people.
yeah.
May
So
1st
if-
will be easy for tracking. So let's do
so
it, guys.
it starts
May 1st.
now, but the passport may not be out until tomorrow or the next day, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. As soon as you tell somebody something, cashers,
They're ready to
especially
go.
challenge cashers, they're like, after the show,
Australia,
I'm
they're
going to
like,
go out
out
and get
now.
like 50 of them. So, okay. All right. So y'all heard it. It starts tonight officially.
Woo.
And we hadn't even told you all of it yet. So we'll get back to the details now.
You guys, I'm so excited for CacheFest. This challenge stuff that we've been working on, we've been so excited to bring it to you guys. It's just made me so excited for the big event and what we're going to do leading up to it.
Yeah. And we know that geocaching isn't a competition. We don't want it to be like competitive head to head sort of stuff. So this is shaped around accomplishments, personal accomplishments, and being rewarded for what you're able to do. So
Yeah, you're only working against yourself against yourself for yourself.
there's no first place, second, and third and whatnot.
No.
It's earn what you can, win what you can.
Yes.
So that's our pre-event passport. For the event, we've also got a couple others that are just like the GeoTrails. They're themed around different accomplishments, different tasks. And one of them is going to be, if you've attended a mega event or a large event, you've probably seen a bingo card of finding people who fill in each square, and then you hand that in, you get a prize if you get a bingo, that sort of thing. So we're doing the same sort of thing. We've got a social bingo challenge where you're going to be tasked to try to find people who have completed those challenges. So other people's accomplishments.
Yeah, you guys, you've seen probably the basic Geo Bingo cards. We're putting a challenge twist on ours. So, what do you expect from us, right?
Force you to talk to other challenge cachers out there.
Right. And it's all going to be ranging from the simplest to the hardest. We don't know who's going to be at CacheFest who isn't into challenges. We're talking to our own crew here tonight, the folks who are most interested. We're going to be bringing along others, getting them to a taste of challenge caching. And so we don't want them to feel excluded. You're going to find these bingo cards like in your registration, or your packets that you're picking up of all your swag that you bought. There's going to be extras for people who didn't buy packages, so everyone's going to have this. So we want people who aren't super into challenge caching to feel able to participate in this card as well. And so there'll be boxes for them to fill in for you and can feel a part of the challenge as well.
Yeah. And again, this social bingo challenge will give you chances to spin the wheel and win stuff. So again, everybody's going to win something if you're working on these passports.
And how do I get one of these social bingo challenge sheets?
So that one is not going to be effective until all our side events. People get to Memphis, get their swag packs, or pick up the passport at the swag pickup table and get started. So you might be finishing it on day one with all these side events. But
I knew this was going to happen. So you cannot challenge cachers, especially with the power cachers you have in here. Tim's like, oh, this group will just get together and sign off on everything.
That's great. We should have a challenge cacher side event and everyone fill out their bingo card.
They're going to be blacking out all these challenges in no time, And again, we know that there are super duper cachers out there that can do that. We don't expect everybody to do that. That's not the expectation. This is just multiple ways to have fun, and we're trying to make you eligible to win as many prizes as you can.
True. But maybe wear your challenge talk gear, and then people know to come to you to fill in the cards. Yeah. And maybe we should say fairly, it's first come, first serve.
Yeah. There's only a certain number of prizes.
Yeah, like until prizes run out. So
we're gonna try to have a lot so that a lot of people can get stuff. But who knows if everybody is really into this and really going, it could go fast.
Having said that, this is the only place you can get those pat tags.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's why they're very. Exclusive doesn't even cut it. It's only here. That's it, right? It's not like exclusive. Get it now, and then we'll give you more later. Nope. This is it. While supplies last, literally. So
I'm even stressing,
there are
I got to get this done so I can get these pat tags.
Yeah, I know.
There are reasons why they're exclusive to this event, and I won't spill the beans. So another challenge passport that we have for event like a week or day around the main event.
General time,
yeah. So just your standard caching, it's going to be a cache hunt challenge. There will be geocaches for you to find at and around the event, and just like a normal everyday passport, you're going to find them and stamp your passport with whatever is in them, and then be able to hand that in again for more spins, more prizes. So that's pretty much your standard cache finding passport.
Right.
But that at least gets you out finding stuff at the event.
And those will not be available until we're not going to publish those ahead of time. You can't sneak into Memphis 3 weeks ahead of time and knock those all out.
No.
Or even if you're in Memphis right now, you can't do that. Yeah.
Right. And, like Geoff said, there's a stamp or whatever in this cache. So you're going to have to take the passport that you get at swag pickup and use it. So yeah. There's no getting this early.
No, we're not even telling you exactly what that is, because challenge cachers will find a way to get there like 3 weeks. I'm already done. We hadn't even announced or released them yet. So
we love you guys.
Yeah, this is the most motivated. This is people that do challenges within geocaching or trying to make geocaching harder, there's nothing you can do to slow them down. So
That is so funny, Jesse. I guess I never thought of that. We make geocaching harder on
oh
ourselves.
yeah.
That's
Mhm.
wow. I guess that never dawned
About the
on me.
challenge. It's about the challenge.
I
It's
never
not easy
looked
enough
at it
just to
that way.
find the 8 million caches
just
out
have
there.
this-
Let's just do it
yeah.
harder. Why
We
not?
just have this fire in us for more.
With those other 2 passports, same thing with the pre-event one. There are path tags specific to those passports. So that is now 3 different path tags to try to collect.
Right. So then, are we ready to talk about our wheel?
I think we can move
Because
into the
you're
wheel.
doing all those events to
Mhm.
earn your spins, earn your path tags, but also earn your spins for our physical wheel of challenges. So we're gonna see how many challenges fit on the wheel, and when you spin it, just like our show, we're gonna check your profile against the challenge checker of that challenge, and you can win what did we say? Up to 3 spins?
Up to 3 prizes.
Up to 3 prizes from the wheel of challenges. So you might have earned 11 spins, but if you win your first 3 spins, you've won it all. You've reached the pinnacle of our challenges. You know, and so there we have prizes.
We have 3. Yep,
Mhm.
we've got 3 prizes. So we've got the 3 passport path tags, and there's 2 big prizes that could go either way depending on what you want more. The big one, the one that we're excited about, is the other 4th path tag, which is the what was the name for it?
It's like the ultimate, like
Yeah. This
it's
is like
the combo
top.
of the other 3 that you could have earned.
And there's much fewer of them. So it's going to be
Yes.
one of those first come first serves that you want to win. So that's one of the choices of prizes. So there's that. Or if you want a shirt, we'll have a Challenge Academy t-shirt as well that you could choose. And so depending on what you want more, you're going to have to choose.
So
And-
if I get a challenge spin and I'm not qualified for a challenge, I didn't win, right?
Right.
That's right.
So it's probably best that I have as many spins as I can get. That's the idea.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right. And if
And-
you have more than you need, that's great.
Yeah, and we're not making it so that you can only come and submit passports once, but like all of them together. If you come, say, at the beginning of the event and you have completed your GeoTrail passport, you can hand that in and then do that wheel, and then you can go off and do the social and other event stuff. You just got to keep in mind, the faster you get them in, the more of a chance you get of the prizes that you want, that you might
Right.
want before they're gone.
Right.
But we have a 3rd prize that we are, like mentioned earlier, that we're making available. Lots of them to make sure you go away with something. We've got those Challenge Academy stickers. So if you do win 3 wheel spins, you can get all 3 prizes, potentially,
Woo.
while supplies last.
While supplies last.
So, yeah, we want to make sure everybody
Really
gets something.
more about the winning than anything. I mean, we know it. We're all competitive. We all want to win. So we get as many as we want, and just as many chances as we can get to win all the prizes. We're going to want to do that.
Right.
Yeah. And all of these instructions, they'll be on the passports. They'll be more explained as well, how to do it and whatnot. So we're just excited. We want to finally share, and the fact that pre-event thing, you want to get started as soon as possible. So once that is out, then you'll want to get working on that. So was there anything else about the Challenge Academy passports? Were there any questions or any other points that we may have missed?
I didn't see any other questions. If you
yeah.
feel like we missed your question, definitely say it again so we don't miss it.
The other way too, if you could always email if you have a question after the show and you think, oh, what about this? Especially if you have a big trip planned or something like that, and you're like, I think this will really work, but you're questioning it. It will probably work, first of all. But just email and ask the question. Who knows? Maybe you're going to double up or get 2 or do whatever else. But challenge cachers always find a way to do what they want. So just email and ask a question. We want this to be fun, not like, oh, we got you, we tricked. This is none of that. This is for fun.
Yeah, this is for
Can't
fun.
wait for CacheFest. Really, that's why we're doing it.
Right.
So
We're
it's
going
gonna
to
be fun.
enjoy seeing each other's pictures as we tag them. You can see what everyone else is up to.
Oh
Get
yeah.
inspired. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you have good questions that it's something that needs to be answered, then that can also help other people. We can incorporate things. So just to better explain things if that's necessary. So yeah. So that is a pre-event passport, 2 during the event. We've got 4 different path tags to collect and a t-shirt and stickers. It's just out the wazoo.
It's if you cash it all between now and then, it's almost impossible not to win some kind of prize.
Right. Exactly.
There's a way to win a prize, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah. We will, and this information will be in the show notes as well, and whatever details we can get in there, we'll add. All right. Well, that it seems so short, but there's so much stuff that we talked about.
I know there's so much. We've been really working hard to get this out to you guys. So
Yeah.
So why don't
we're
we
excited.
before we switch over, do we want to just recap everything? I know people have been joining us throughout the show and stuff like that. Do we want to recap how, when, where, why, real fast?
Okay. Let's see.
You got to have it all memorized. You got this.
If you're going to the event, the pre-event passport will be made available ASAP, and that can start May 1st to complete challenges towards earning spins on the challenge wheel, which will be at the event, and other prizes. At the event, there will be the social bingo challenge, where you're looking for other people who've accomplished challenges to again towards spins and prizes. And then there's the cache hunt passport, which is finding physical caches at the event, and again for spins and prizes. Each of those 3 passports will reward you with a path tag if you accomplish the main challenge on that passport. And when you go to spin the wheel, if you qualify, you'll have your choices of up to 3 different prizes: a t-shirt, the super duper extra bonus path tag, and the Challenge Academy sticker. And once you've got all 3 of them, then you are good to go with everything. You can keep doing them if you want to, but you won't be winning anything else. You can use it as bragging rights.
Right.
Those are the passports and prizes so far, and I think that covered it. Did I miss anything?
I think somebody asked, because they missed it at the beginning, on the pre-event passport, can you do one or more than one of the trails? You can do 1 to 4 trails, however many you want to.
Right. 1 to 4 trails.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get that passport, all of those little challenges, you can cross them all off if you want to, as many or as few as you are able to. Ideally, if you really want to win, you want to get them all.
Right.
So, yeah.
And you can start tonight. Even though we haven't done it, the clock starts right now. So just because we know you're going to start anyway. So go ahead and go.
The more specific challenges are probably more doable at any point between now and CacheFest. It's really the quantity, I think, that people are going to want to start as soon as possible. If 250 for that, the hardest one is really hard for you, then hopefully 2.5 months is long enough to work towards that.
Yeah. So even if you didn't know, you were working on this today. Any cache you found today, we're saying it works.
Yes, there you go.
Yep. Well, I think it's a good time now to get into our Wheel of Challenges.
Let's do it. In case you guys have never seen it before, this is what we're going to turn into our real wheel.
Real wheel. That's hard to say.
It is hard.
So let's load this up. So 1 live viewer each month will be selected to face off against the wheel. You have a chance to win the grand prize, which is a 1-year membership on Project GC. To enter, send an email to challengetalkpodcast@gmail.com and have the subject "spin me" in quotes, followed by your geocaching username in brackets, just so that we know what your actual name is, and the answer to the following question. The first verified user gets the wheel, and your profile will be checked live on Project GC, and if you qualify, you win. And now, here is your question. how many GeoTrails are on the pre-event passport?
Ooh, I know. Can I spin?
Shh.
Oh, okay.
Shh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll kick you out. Yeah, we try to have easy questions because it's not a trivia thing. It's more just a.
It's about fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I
So-
cannot wait to see, for everybody to get to see this challenge wheel in real life. And it's not just going to be a cardboard cutout. We're playing something special. So since we have access to some of the craziest builders, we are going to have something cool, which we're not going to share, right? That's going to have to be unveiled live.
Yeah.
You want to spill the beans, but you can't.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see it at the event. All right, we've got a whole bunch coming in, and the first person to send in the correct answer was indeed Bloody Cool. Nels has got in first. So, I guess we shall spin this wheel and see what happens. Oh.
Ooh.
4.5.
Ooh, 4.5.
We have GC531VY 100 miles apart challenge. I don't think we've had that one yet.
I don't
This may
recall
be
it.
first. Yeah.
There's a bunch of different versions of this one, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, but I'm going to wager without even knowing what it is that he's going to make it.
Probably 4.5 difficulty. So this was placed in 2014, April 20th, and that was pre-moratorium, so it's an old rule challenge. It's by Fair Lady Fisherman in California. This challenge is located at the listed coordinates. In order to log the cache, you must first qualify by finding 2 caches exactly 100 miles apart. See, this is another interesting thing because a lot of these older challenges have high difficulties just because the field of caches available was different. And it's only 2014, so it's not crazy old, but you never know. 100 miles apart.
But it has to be exactly 100 miles apart.
Oh,
Yes.
exactly.
There is a give. There is 100 miles apart. I think it was a decimal. Yeah, or 2 caches can be 100.5 as of August 2014. So shortly after the event, or after it was published.
Yeah, no more, no less.
To a 1 mile give, plus or minus half. And then note the 2 in your log. So if we load up this checker, let's see if of all of Bloody Cool's finds, he's got 2 at that distance. So you load up the checker and then choose the name from the drop down and run the checker.
Yeah.
Qualified.
He's got it.
Oh, woohoo! With 100.466 miles apart.
That's pretty close. That barely squeaked in.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's good. That's a win. Congrats, Bloody Cool. And you've got that 1-year membership on Project GC.
Congrats.
Sweet. So we also like to highlight challenges that you send in and give you a little congratulatory shout out for the challenges you qualify for. If you send us an email to challengetalkpodcast@gmail.com and include the Challenge Cache GC code, and if you have any story or photo that you'd also like to share for that month, then you will be entered to win the prize, which is a Challenge Talk Geocoin. Let's get this up front. This is the last one that I have. I'm not sure how many there are now available left.
Right, because I'm out too, so I'll have to talk to Gary.
And which is nice timing because we're coming up to CacheFest, which might start a whole new season.
Here's the question.
Challenge
Are you
Talk
going to
prizes.
retire that design? Are people out of luck? Or is there going to be more of that same design?
Decisions.
We'll find out more probably in the next couple of months.
We'll probably know at CacheFest.
Yeah. So we have a few that we'd like to highlight.
Yeah,
And,
so this first one is from Minimag. I thought this one was fun. It's called An Insult to All Challenge Caches, and it starts out with like describing really random, obscure, because this is a pre-moratorium, like things that a person has to do. And then it's like, wait, halt. Don't you hate all that? It's so confusing. So this challenge requires you to find a cache, sign the log, and log it online.
oh yeah, so
Yeah.
looking through the description. So there's 1 and 2. 1, find the cache. 2, sign the log. 3, log it online.
Yeah.
What's the
Forget
difficulty
all
on
that
this one?
other stuff.
1.5.
That is wild.
I love it. So this is an old one, and just a little bit of fun that probably can't have anymore, but
I'm going to bet they would not allow that nowadays.
yeah.
That's
And
like
it's a difficulty 1.5, which is even funnier. It's not even a 1 difficulty; it's a 1.5.
Yeah, what's that half? I have
Right?
seen a challenge for finding one cache and this cache included.
Yeah.
Like,
That's great.
so log it found to qualify to log it as found.
What's funny is, I wonder how many challenge cachers have started off with that being their first challenge cache.
Oh, right. Hey, I can do this kind of mentality
Yeah.
after doing this
Yeah,
cache.
what's next?
Yeah. Right. Well, Minimag is saying in the chat it's great for starters. So
Yeah.
true.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. And it's a fun theme. It's just
Yeah.
fun cache.
Yeah, just find a cache. Love it. Find this cache.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so another cache that we heard about was from Merlin 1392. This is the Historic Caches of St. Joseph County Challenge, and it requires you to find 5 of the 7 oldest caches in St. Joseph County, Michigan.
I like those.
So they keep a list, I hope, of, here's a table of the oldest caches in that county that qualify. So you've got to get 5 of them.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And I think that's still allowed, right? Because it's not find the oldest 5; it's find 5 of the oldest 7. So they have some variance in what they can go after.
Yeah. And it's a good way to make sure that that those oldies get found. A lot of the time, they are actually really good caches as well.
Mhm.
5 of the oldest of how many? I think it was just of the table below.
Right, 5 of the
So-
7.
Yeah. Or 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 9 of them in the table.
Oh, that's just probably in case any of them go missing.
Yeah. But that one, that one is another 2014 cache. Pre-moratorium.
Vince is saying that's a user-defined list, which I guess it is, but I don't know if they'll allow that or not now. As long as you give them choices, like you can't find only 5, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and those are good to have. I like having those in like that kind of challenge, and having them within the because there are some that for the entire country, or state or province. So having in a county is interesting. Now, Project GC will do the search for that, so that's how you would find out if they're within the bounds of the county.
Okay. That's why they'll allow it. It's not just like find my favorite 10 caches.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So another one submitted was from Acorn Mama. This is called Numbers 75 Finds in a Day Challenge, which is pretty straightforward. I thought when I was reading through this cache page, a person did a big geo art that I have happened to do as well. And that inspired them to hide this challenge because it's about 80 some caches. And so they put forth, after completing it themselves, this challenge to find 75.
I've actually found this one. This one is in Ohio. I think this is close to Midwest Geobash, or maybe it was just a drive-by. No, that must have been a drive-by. I found it.
That's really cool.
Yep. So you must complete the challenge. Play nice and only search for sign and log after you've done so.
Play nice.
Yeah. You must have found 75 more caches in a single day. So that's relatively doable. I think most people who work on busy days are able to hit that even with a little bit of effort. It's not too hard. If you've got a power trail nearby, then that's doable for sure. Especially if you go in a group or a few people. Having more eyes is always good.
Right.
It really just depends on where you cache.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It
I
does.
hear some parts of New Zealand are very, very, very sparse.
Absolutely.
Can imagine. So now this is really interesting. We had 2 submissions from 2 different people. This first one is called the John Wayne Challenge from J6 Family. And this is cute. John Wayne, because you have to find a minimum of 75 hunting area, horses allowed, and watch for livestock attributes with a minimum of 5 of each attribute. So hunting, horses, and livestock equal John Wayne. And then what is so interesting is Bloody Cool submitted Home on the Range challenge, which you have to find 1 front yard or private residence attribute, 2 horses, and 250 watch for livestock. So interesting that 2 of you found such a similar challenge. And I love how people do that. They take the attributes or a combination of them and they turn them into a theme.
Yeah, it was
That's
definitely only a matter of
100%
time.
not geocaching type of theme. I love that.
Yeah. I love it.
And we have a cacher who in my area who always goes out caching with his dog, and he published one that was pet friendly, pets allowed, dogs allowed, and boat required. Because he takes his dog out on the canoe all the time.
That's
And
great.
so finding a combination of those 2, super rare.
That is interesting. I bet we'll start to see more and more people really telling a story with the combined attributes on challenges.
Yeah.
And
I
you know,
like
this
that.
it's a good point because using those attribute combinations is a great way to be creative. Because it's not just finding a certain number of any attribute. It's like now you've got a combination. You can make up a story about why that combination is
Right.
unique or fun or whatever.
Oh, I love that.
So, yeah, I like that combination idea.
So what's the GC of the second one? People are
The
asking.
GC of the second one is GC8AZCE.
Yeah. The Home on the Range Challenge by PHMJ in Maryland. Published in 2019. Relatively new.
This gives me an idea. I just happen to be moving to a new place. I want to put out some new challenges. Maybe I'll see if I can weave a story through some of those. That could be kind of fun.
That would be so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the kind of creativity I hope to have, and I just kind of don't get there. So I love it when people do that.
Have fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then one more submission. This is from Kitty Cache. This is called the Adventurers Challenge, and it is to find at least 50 caches with a terrain rating of 4.5 or higher. And she said that this was in a tunnel with bugs and stuff, and it was a lot of fun.
That's always good.
Yeah.
That's
So the cache matched its challenge, if you will.
I like that.
Isn't that great?
Always gotta love culvert caches and culverts.
Yeah. Yeah, you really do.
They're great photo opportunities too.
Yeah, they are. They're fun.
As long as they're safe, then there's no problem. Just don't do anything illegal. Ooh, bats. They found bats inside.
That's like a whole clump of bats, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what you call a clump of bats.
Clump of bats.
All right.
Nope.
A
Yeah,
nope,
so-
right?
Nope. That's perfect.
That's a 5 difficulty, 4.5 in Australia. Ooh.
Very
Oh,
cool.
nice.
So another point that we like to do is because we like to highlight these things, just because it's in another country doesn't mean that you could use the idea and create a challenge yourself in your own area. Some people like to give credit to the original creator of the challenge if it's relatively unique. But I mean, if it's been created and published at least recently somewhere else, you can recreate it for a whole new community nearby if you want to.
Right.
I would
So,
say that's even a great
inspiration.
idea because not everybody can make it to Australia, right?
Right.
So
Mhm.
if there's a really unique challenge over there, why not recreate it over here?
Mhm.
Because not everybody can travel 8 million miles a year. So get spice up your local community with more challenges. The best
Right.
challenges you've been able to find from around the world.
Right. And
Mhm.
that way your local community is getting the advantage of someone else's really great idea that they might not be able to implement everywhere.
Yeah. And a little side point to that, because we have a few challenge people in Ontario who often recreate the same challenges. There, depending on your region, your state, there may be a minimum distance to have similarly themed challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have one challenge duplicated in another city if the city is far enough away. But if it's too close, they might say, there's another one that's just like that. So you can duplicate challenges. Just try not to saturate with all the same stuff.
Same challenge in the same area. Right.
And
They
it
like to
doesn't
try
take
to promote
much
variety.
to add something, a little twist on a challenge,
Mhm.
right? If you
Mhm.
find a great challenge, but there's one too close, add a twist to it. You can easily add a twist and make it a new version of it and still pay homage to the original one.
Yep. So, yes, remember, every month you can send in your email and we'll take a look at those challenges and see and find some interesting, fun challenges to show on the show. And if you send in that email, then you'll be entered for the prize of the Challenge Talk Geocoin. But this month's winner is, let's get the drum roll, Acorn Mama.
Congrats.
Woohoo! So we'll be in touch to get a mailing location to get you that Geocoin ASAP. We love to give those away. We have no more left, almost, I think.
Right. I think 2 more, Gary said.
Yep.
Woo!
Okay, that's good.
Almost out.
So, also like to just do a little bit of highlight. It has been hinted at the beginning of the show about a challenge that I published just before the moratorium called the Iron Man Bingo Challenge. And Jesse was talking about it, but in case you didn't already know, it is a bingo challenge, but a bingo challenge of challenges. So we got a BINGO and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each of those squares is basically a consecutive day caching challenge in and of itself. So anything from 10 days of letterboxes to 3 days of 10-kilometer hikes, that could take a lot out of you. High DT ratings, high above and below, all that sort of stuff. The center, the B3 square, is 100 consecutive days of geocaching. And when this was first published, I had some friends who took up the challenge and completed the entire grid within the 100 days. And they sent me their Excel spreadsheet where they planned out all of the challenges and overlaps and optimizing their trips and how much money they spent for it.
They gave you their money.
No,
great.
they didn't give me anything.
No, not your
but,
their money, but their accounting. That's amazing.
they gave me scowls.
Scowls, yes. I love it.
So for this challenge, you qualify by completing a bingo line, but there are also challenges to additional bonus challenges to complete shapes like an X, an I, H, and an O, or people who are completing the full card. A little bit of a shout out on the page. And for people who have done those little extra bonus things, I am going to be rewarding a Geocoin, which is almost in production. It's almost there, and I'm
that's
so
cool.
super excited for it.
We're gonna hit our 2-year mark of this podcast, and you'll have great news.
Oh yeah, and some great ideas for it as well. So I've extended that challenge to you, to the Challenge Talk community, to try to complete that entire grid. And if you do, you don't have to find the cache because it's in Ontario. You might not get here, but if you qualify for that grid, then I will reward you with one of those coins as well. This is one of those you want to do when you get into a new area because you've got a whole lot of caches to find that can qualify for those consecutive days. Right, Jesse?
Absolutely. I've looked at it. I've been staring at it. I've been doing some research, and I haven't decided if I love you or hate you yet, but I think it's a little mix of both. But there was no way I was going to be able to do it where I am currently because I've, just the area. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it. I'm getting that coin. I'm going to get that coin for sure. I want to get a blackout, but I'll settle it first for like a bingo line. But I'm going to get a blackout, I think.
Yeah, got to go all in.
Oh, and of course.
I'll be announcing the coin once it goes to minting with the appearance and the nice little twist to it that I'm excited about. So you'll see that once that happens. So any other closing thoughts? Anything we may have missed? We've got CacheFest coming up, and one more show before CacheFest, and then our July show. I'm not sure. I think we'll have to decide what we're doing for July.
Right. We'll be at home. So we'll have to we have to do something.
Yeah.
We can't call it CacheFest. It's still a few weeks out.
I think toying with the idea of potentially doing a show of the panel or making a video available for it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was something that came to mind, but we still need to chat about that. But something with CacheFest with Challenge Academy, I think would be good in July.
Definitely. There'll be some live opportunities from CacheFest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Surely.
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 Serious. All right. Well, our next show is on June 5th, the first Sunday of June. And as usual, the show notes will be posted to the description after the show airs. So all those links, all those caches, and all that information that we talked about will be there. So on that note, we want to thank you for watching and listening, for joining us in our active chat room. And remember, it's not about the numbers, it's about the challenge.
All right, go out and do our challenge for you. We're so excited for you to be a part of this.
Yeah, we'll see you next month.
Bye.
If you have not become a